Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Outline OG, or Paul. Pardon me, I just had a pot noodle. And I just thought I'd do this commentary today because I'm just going from school, there's no one home. I only really do commentaries when no one's at home because otherwise it's a bit awkward. Yeah, and I've just really been chilling at school today, you know, just failing and stuff. And just got home to a nice pot noodle. And I'm not really going to play any games tonight. I don't really play on weekdays anymore. But here I've got like a nice little free-for-all. It wasn't that great. It was 30 and 20, so you know, one of the lower standard gameplays. But it was a sniper quick scoping optic thing, and yeah, that's what makes me all phase pro standard and all that sort of donkey stuff. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and appreciate it. Especially when I nearly rage quit at one point. You'll see. I think I get killed by an airstrike. Because the guy's on like 1,400 and I'm on like 850 and I'm like, fuck life. And then I end up winning it. Towards the end I just go on a little nerd streak and start having a wank over some zebras and giraffes. So moving on, I thought I'd just like do this commentary to tell you something which was probably the weirdest moment ever in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating, just stick around, you'll fucking realise. You'll probably realise from the title. Basically, when it was the summer last year, after we'd just gone back to school, so it was the start of year 10, and basically one of my closest friends, Connor, they invited me out to go to a park nearer to where they live, and it's got like a witch's hat and everything. It's a pretty sick park, you know, and I always my mum always watches me when she drops me off places. Although I've started walking places now because this was fucking like a year ago. But anyway, she used to always like watch. Most parents do, to see that you get like to somewhere safely, and then they drive off in the car. You know what I'm on about. So I get out of the car, I'm like, Mum, you can go now. And then she's like, 1 minute, I'll just wait. So I was like, no, you can go. So I just started to walk into the park, and because it's a big sort of like walkway up to it. And she sees me enter the park. She sees me go meet my friends Pierce and Connor. And then she drives away in our shitty car. It's actually an ice cream truck. I'm only joking. It's not an ice cream truck, but anyway. So we're just like chilling in the park. I walk over. Sorry, yeah, I'm walking over to them. Can instantly see there's something like fucked up happening because Pierce and Connor are just looking at me like fucking seals, like what? And then I'm like, huh? So I walk over. I'm like, fuck. And they're just both like, oh my god, you're not gonna believe what's happening. And then I was like, what? He went, come up to the witch's hat. It's fucking like not safe down here. I'm like, oh, this is strange. Like I'm like, there's a fucking like some giraffe just like wandering around the park eating everyone or something because I can't see this shit happening. So I'm like, whatever. Let's go to the top of the climbing frame. So we're just like chilling up there, the three of us, at the top of this like witch's hat climb frame web thing, and we're just up top. And we go, Paul, look over there. So look over. Oh, sorry, my charger's dropped. Look over. There's a fucking like 50-year-old man just sitting there, right? Just watching us. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? To them, to like Pierce and Connor, I'm like, well, why are you still here? And they're like, he's a paedophile. And I'm like, do you know because people use the term pedo and paedophile so loosely? Just stick around. So I'm observing this little paedophile in little quotation. I'm doing a little bunny ear thing, the quotation things. Anyway, so it's just chilling, fucking painkiller. Deserve that kill there. So anyway, I'm like, the fuck? So they're like, he's been wanking like over us. I'm like, you sure? Are you sure really? Are you sure he's actually been wanking over you, or has he even been wanking? Next moment. He walks over to the bottom of the climbing frame. He's literally about 10-ish meters of us. He widens his legs, fucking as wide as a 50-year-old man can bend them, or went to fucking went to them. This is a fucking true story. I swear, guys. I promise you. His legs are wide open. He's got he's like wearing these shitty like little red or pink. I can't remember his time ago. Like swimming looking shorts. And it's like, yeah, and he starts to fucking wank. Like looking at us wanking, and at this point we're just like, what the fuck? So we're just like, holy shit, this is the creepiest thing ever. And at this moment in time, it hadn't properly hit me that there's a paedophile wanking over us from 10 meters away. So I'm just there like, ha ha, you know, because I'm a crazy bastard. I'm just as crazy in real life as I am on here, if not more. So I'm just like taking opportunities and shit. I'm not gonna lie, I took the opportunity. I'm like, that's a fucking pedophile, guys. Let's have some fun. So I climbed down and I go over to this a seesaw, and I started like fucking like jumping up and down on it, and like spanking my ass off like the seesaw seat. I look like a fucking retard, but still. And then this guy was still like wanking, and then they were like, right, let's go. And I'm like, oh, okay. I wanted to play with the pedophiles, and it hadn't totally hit me that there's a fucking pedophile wanking over us at this point. So don't blame me for reacting in a very strange way, I guess. So we start to walk away. We go to the shop. We're in the shop. It's like, fucking, what the fuck just happened? And then we buy some sweets. I think I got a picnic. A picnic is in the bar. I didn't actually buy a picnic. It was a fucking corner shop. All he sells is like papers, condoms, Arabs, slaves, and chicken nuggets. So we're just there. We walk out. We walk across to the field, and this guy is leaving the park. Right, he's leaving the park. We see him. We're like, right, this guy's gone now. Then he turns around to check for a last time. We're walking in. He turns around like, I've never seen a 50-year-old run so fast. He ran to this tree, like hid behind it, and like, I know I sound so chilled about this, guys, but I don't really get scarred by things very easily. But it's just very strange, I guess. So he's just fucking like hiding behind a tree, like you do. Now he's about 50, 60 meters away from us. You can just sort of see him. Next thing we're like, fuck it, let's just go back to the park. This guy can't not do shit. If this guy starts anything, the three of us will just drop him. So we just go over, we're just like chilling. Next thing we're all just watching the tree, because we know this guy is just like chilling behind there. We're like, what do you reckon's going through his head? Because this guy's been like behind this tree for like 10 minutes, just behind this tree, which we can't still see in there. So we go down to a kid park, which is a bit closer to the tree. So now we're about 20, 30 meters from him. And then you just see his little head, his little bald head, pop out from behind the tree. It was like a fucking horror movie. He just like popped his head out from behind the tree. You see a bit of hand movement going on. I'm like, this is fucking messed up. What the fuck? And it was just crazy. And then we sort of like ran back, like, because he started to walk towards us. So we ran back up to the top of this thing, because this guy's like, we're just fucking kick him in the face. I swear to God, I fucking kick him in the face. We started shit. So I'm sorry we're coming to the end, but I'm gonna have to rush it. Unless you want to hear more about it. This guy, right? He comes over, he's like chilling at the bottom, just having a wank, just sitting down, having a bit of a tactical wank. Then we're at the top, we're like, what the fuck should we do? We're in a dilemma. Should we tell the police? You know, not be allowed out for a while, because they're obviously going to tell our parents, like the police do. They always have to tell your parents if you've called in. Or should we leave it, be allowed out when we want, where we want, and not report this guy who's clearly a paedophile? And we chose the second option because we're cunts and we want everyone else to get raped. But yeah, we didn't tell anyone. We kept it to ourselves. We told a few people in school because it's fucking the most weird story ever. That's the weirdest, maybe yeah, with the top weirdest things that's ever happened to me, because a lot of weird stuff has happened to me in the past. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And I just want to let you know, I know I said some random things like commentary, like giraffes and stuff, but the story was serious, guys. I'm being serious with you guys. I know not a lot of people experienced any shit like that, but yeah, it's fucking weird. But I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and have a nice day, guys. Peace.